Hello. Welcome to Pride Month. It's pretty cool. That's Boots. I want to tell you about two of the coolest gay guys in the state of Iowa. Bill Musser used to be the librarian at Luther College. He was born on my birthday, March 10th, 1958. And he fell in love with Otto. Otto is very gifted with music. And they wanted to get married. But Iowa hadn't acknowledged that we had any rights and refused to marry them. But they were persistent, as only Iowans are. I know other people think they're persistent, but we're rather bullheaded. I'll tell you and I'll prove it to you. Not that they're bullheaded, but I am. I'm Val. I got an upper plate when I was in college, and I was surprised because I could eat steaks and apples. And I used to love sunflowers. So I had one sunflower, cracked that tooth. Right now it's not too bad, but usually with the light permitting, it looks like a ghost tooth. I'm gonna see if I can get a dentist to look at that and fix it. The dentist in Prairie du Chien who did the plate, this particular dentist, I'm not sure if other people do it, they don't x-ray after they pull a tooth. They think they're all that, and they just let it go. Tell you, you can come back and they'll pull it next time if it comes through, and they'll charge you for it. I have a tooth that's come through right up here. You didn't get it all. Allows my upper jaw to swell. Yay! And I want to have it relined and stuff. I get like $2,000 a year for dental. It's not like the wonderful ad that they were putting out that you can get all the dental work you want done. But I'll suffer for another year if I don't die, because I have my dad's teeth. I want to have a lower plate too so I can smile and see all my teeth. So I'm a little bullheaded. That's a cat tree. I'm also inventive and imaginary. Well, Bill loved Otto so much. And then they were allowed to marry. It was all good. Well, then they wanted to have a family. And they said, "You can't have children. You're gay." You know what? You don't need to keep saying you're gay. We know who we are. Because we were born this way. We didn't join a club. We didn't have... When I was at Mount Rushmore, I was 36 when I met my first gay people. See, you don't have to know them to be one. And I was... They had the Dairy Queen, and they're from Minnesota, and Dave and Tom, and they dealt in old projectors and old film. And I was downstairs in their basement one day, and we watched Hello Dolly on a homemade screen in the basement, and it was off a charcoal burner, and then I picked up a newspaper, and it said, Pride Parade, D.C., Gene Huffy, She's from my hometown. I thought I was the only gay person in the world. Because I didn't know what it was. I was 25 before a friend asked me, because her family made her ask if I was homosexual. I like women, and I share things with them, and I give things to them, and I just thought I was being me and generous. But evidently, some people get their nose out of whack or their panties in a wad because you're just being you, sharing what you have. So I zoomed home to look it up. I still didn't get it until I met Tom and Dave. And there was Jean Huffy riding in the parade with her son. When I got home, when I came back to Iowa from the Black Hills, because I worked in the Black Hills, I worked at Mount Rushmore as lead in fudge and ice cream. I love selling. I love working with people. And I knew that if I remained at Mount Rushmore, I would lose my perks and my benefits and my home and my job. Because Russ Jobman is a bigot. In 1998, his sister-in-law joined Sweet Adelines and fell in love with a woman. You could always tell that he was bigoted against gays and lesbians, so anytime one was unemployed and he got wind of it, when you lose so many hours and you're barely able to pay for your room and board, it's time to go. I was hauled in the office and told that I was burning bridges by quitting. I was 40 years old, and I was coming out. You come out because, like Tommy said, you come out for you. You don't come out for anything else. You come out because you can't live as who other people expect you to be anymore. I remember, and I will always remember, mustering the courage to knock on a strange woman's door and say, I saw you in a gay parade in a P-Flag magazine in Custer, South Dakota. Jean is now in a home because her family couldn't be bothered to say, Mom, we'll help you out, we'll live with you. One of the family will stay with you so you can stay in your own home. So they put her in a fancy-dancy home in Decorah. And they're digging through her home every day so they can clear it out so they can get somebody in there to rent it. All her beautiful things she had was given so she'd live in a little tiny room in an old folks' home till she dies. I love Jean like family. She is such a courageous person. She had 6 children. 2 of her children were gay. Her uncle was gay. It's in our DNA. And when I got back one day from visiting the boys, as we called them, in South Dakota, I found that my friends were betting against how long it would take for me to turn gay. The people I worked with, people I thought I trusted. Hey, that's not a good view. I'm going to get nonprofit status. I am legally nonprofit, but I want to actually be nonprofit. I'll be Val's Rescue. And I sell books. So I was at the first PFLAG meeting at the Walk-On Library with Jean, and I met Bill Muzzer. Would you stop chewing the blanket apart? Thank you very much. Such a cool guy. Knew who he was, knew where he was going, and in love. He married the boy of his dreams, Otter. And every Christmas they have swanky, danky, awesome music shows, usually at the Methodist Church. It wasn't long we weren't allowed to be and walk on at the library because, people don't like gays congregating. We might get together and cause a peaceful rally. So when they got married, they wanted to have children. They couldn't have children because they're gay. And then it was like abracadabra. They were allowed to be foster parents. The sweetest little girl. They had her from a baby. And then they were allowed to adopt her. Last time I heard anything about them, they had 5 children. The 2 young men who weren't allowed to marry because they were gay. The 2 young men who weren't allowed to be fathers and mothers because they were gay. I'm an empath, and it goes really well with my gayness. I sell books in Iowa, and I save cats. You have a blessed day, okay? From Val's White Wolf Books. Here's looking at you. Don't forget, this is Pride's Month. Be proudful. Be American. And don't let the Republicans win.